Welcome, everyone that has decided to click on this video. You are making the best decision of your life. Okay. This is going to be episode 1 of a series that I'm starting on this channel. Okay. Completely free for you guys because free is always good, right? Free knowledge. Now, let's get right into the meat and bones of this episode and this series. Okay. So, the series is how you're going to actually blow up on YouTube Shorts. Okay. But we're going to do it in evergreen way, right? So, we want this to be, a long term game, right? We don't want to have a quick pump and then dump, right? Like a lot of the gurus are talking about, right? They're promoting a lot of niches that are pump and dump. Okay. They're trending right now. They're getting tons of money. Congrats to them. But give it a year, 2 years, maybe even 3 years, and that will all dip. Okay. So that's why evergreen always wins in the long run. Okay. So if you want this to be your, income for the next 5, 10 years, stick along for the ride. Okay. So let's kick some people out of this video. All right. Let's start by kicking out some people. So this video is for you if you want money, but you don't want a lot of it fast, or you're not concerned with making fast money. Okay. Because this is not for people that want fast money. This is for people that want consistent evergreen money. Okay. Number 2, you're looking to build a huge side income to either eventually replace your main job or keep it a side business. Okay. Number 3, open to scaling and running multiple channels. Okay. So are you afraid to open multiple channels, or are you available and have the free time to open and scale multiple? Number 4, you're not afraid of low months and rev and inconsistency. This means that there is ups and downs to this evergreen niche. It does not mean that you'll make $0, but it does not also mean that you will make 30 grand every month consistently. Okay. If that's for you, then you might want to go to, long form YouTube. There's more consistency in that. We're all about here scaling and keeping it in a range of consistency, but with still inconsistent measures along the journey. Great. Okay. If you're still here, that means you've passed the first exam in episode 1. So that means you're actually interested in what I'm about to say. Okay. So this will be your game plan. All right. I'm going to give it to you all for free. This is the exact steps I took, as you saw in this first screenshot up here. I did make $5,000 on a brand new channel that I've been running, right? 32 million views. 5,000 estimated revenue. You might be asking, how is my RPM so high? We will cover that in another episode. But for now, we're going to set you up if you are a complete beginner. Okay. And I take everyone that I teach through this beginning step. And yes, I'm giving it all away for free. So what you're going to want to do, open one shorts channel. Everybody knows how to do that. There's a million videos out there on how to boost trust score, how to make sure your video doesn't get shadow banned, 0 view jail, fake by the way, 30K view jail, fake by the way. Ton of videos out there. Take a look at those, right? I'm going to have a money counter next to each brick here to kind of show the trajectory of where you can take this, okay? And this is realistic, right? Some people might get lower results than this. Some people might get exponential results than this. This is the bare minimum that you should see, the middle, okay? So I'm going to tell you right now, pick the commentary niche. Not only is this an extremely high RPM niche, but it's evergreen, okay? Everybody loves entertaining videos, right? And you can find these all over the internet, okay? So all you need to do is just switch a little bit about it. There's videos out there you can watch on how to, reuse videos and have them for a Creative Commons perspective so that you still get paid on them and you still get monetized. Cool. We're still at $0, right? Because we just picked the niche. After picking the niche, you're going to want to scale a channel or buy a pre-monetized channel. If you're like me, you have a little bit of capital and you're not afraid to, spend a little bit of money to get a channel that is already pre-monetized so that you can start making money right off the rip. Yes, you will be hit with a negative amount, right? If you're starting at 0. But if you have capital to invest, I highly recommend If you guys are interested in that, just leave a comment down below. I can hook you up. Cool. Now, once you're from there, you want to then start generating cash flow from that first channel. Okay. So there's a ton of video. Again, I'm going to keep saying there's a ton of videos out there because this is more of a blueprint, not a step-by-step guide on how to do the commentary niche. Right. So you're going to want to pick a commentary niche. You should already know how to go about making the videos. If you don't know how to make the videos, we can talk about that later. So, yep, once you start getting the channel generating cash flow, you should see around, like, realistically, $500 your second month. Okay, that's why I have $500 here. Then we're about aggressively scaling here. Okay, so then instantly, once you hit $500 in that second month period, you want to instantly go to Upwork. Okay, still at $500. Then after you go to Upwork, what you're going to want to do is post a free job of people looking for work that know how to edit in the niche that you decided. Okay. So, for example, let's say you are in the commentary niche around baking, right? You go to Upwork and say, hey, I'm looking for a person to make, edit, script, and generate ideas for me based off of this channel, right? And you literally give them your channel. Okay. So they know exactly how to do it. And what's really cool is you've already worked on that first channel. So you know how to edit those videos perfectly to replicate results. So you can even teach them if they don't know how. Okay. Which is really simple to do. Then after you post that job, you're going to find a freelancer that you can charge anywhere from 100 to 200 bucks a month to make these videos for you. I would say they'd probably make anywhere from 10 to 25 videos a month for you at the highest with this range, right? So you still profited then 300, 400 bucks, okay? If you're spending this much on one person. Cool. Now, what your goal is to rinse and repeat the process, right? You've already found a good niche. Just make another channel in that exact same niche. That's what I do. I have multiple channels dominating a single commentary niche that are making me thousands of dollars per month. Okay. So create a new channel in that exact niche. And if your first channel popped off, why won't your second one? Right? You know exactly what to do. So you're still at 300, 400 bucks, right? Because you spent that 100, 200. Now, just like what I said, if your first channel works, your second one will too. Okay. So still at the 300, 400. Cash starts rolling in on that second channel in about months 2 and 3. Okay. So now you're looking at, anywhere from $700 to $800 as a minimum per month that you're making from both channels. Now, you have 2 directions you can go. Okay. You can either continue to scale or you can slow down. Now, what do I mean by slow or scale? Okay. So scale, I mean, make another channel, make a third channel, rinse and repeat the process, get another editor on that channel, then you have 3 channels, okay? Or my suggestion is you grow these 2 accounts for the next 4 to 5 months till they make around $1,000 per month, okay? And now remember, this is realistic standards. You could have more and you could have less, okay? So realistically, around the 4 to 5 months, should be making around $2,000 minimum from both these channels, right? Especially if they're evergreen and you crack down on a niche that actually is quite explosive. Okay. So now on average, you're making $1,000 to $2,000 per month by months 4 and 5, just from these 2 channels. Now, this is the end of the first part. Okay. So I want you guys to just kind of understand everything. I know it kind of ended abruptly, but I want you to understand everything that I've talked about in this video. And it's essentially just scaling 2 channels. Okay. And niching down and learning the basics, and not only learning the basics, but teaching it to one of your employees. I would say the biggest mistake that I ended up having early on in my YouTube career was not hiring someone soon enough. So yeah, what I recommend is either choosing those 2 paths, right? You either choose the scaling option to scale 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 channels, or you simply just work on these 2 channels till they're cash flowing the $1,000, $2,000 per month, and then you begin to open the other channels. This gives you a little bit of a buffer room, right? If like you want to experiment with a different niche, you want to experiment in long form, or hell, even a different business model. Okay. So like I said, part 1 is over. If you'd like to have an episode 2 to this, where we go through what it looks like after about a year or so, then just comment down below and I'll get that out shortly.